All right. Well, welcome on in to another Final Fantasy XIV video, roll quest video. In fact, we're starting the next series of the 94 to 96 for our Disciple of War and Disciple of Magic. And, of course, who else to start with but Itoka, our cute little bunny, on our melee side. So here we go. Wonderful, you're here. Ever since the incident in the Ruby Sea, I've kept a line of communication with the Confederacy, and they just reported something you'll be interested to hear. Apparently, a man impersonating the distinguished Lord of Doma was recently exposed. One of the Lord's retainers saw through the pretender's facade, and he was attempting to stir up trouble in the Doma Enclave. The imposter reportedly transferred him into a hawk and fled. Clearly, our quarry now nests in Doma. I'd like to resume our hunt immediately, but I'm not sure where he may go after his failure in the Enclave. Do any ideas come to mind? Not really. Namai. Oh, yeah, Yansha. A town in Yansha called Namai, you say? That sounds promising. The extent of your knowledge is truly remarkable, Castfire. I was kind of thinking Namai as the next area, so... Then without further ado, let's make our way there and see if the residents have noticed any unusual activity. Controller's like 50-50 on taking inputs or not. Yo, Shinden, what's up? Trouble? None that I can think of. For a blessing, all has been peaceful. Have there been any quarrels of late? Why, yes. Actually, just the other day, the two of us were at each other's throat over a persimmon. She was only supposed to eat half, but she went and gobbled the whole thing. In the end, she purchased this one by way of apology, so I let bygones be bygones. What's that? This isn't the kind of quarrel you were speaking of. No, you weirdo. By the Kami's grace, our quaint village has not seen strife since the Imperials were ousted. There has been news, however, of a man impersonating Lord Hien at the Enclave. As I am told, when Lord Hien voiced intentions to invade Nagitsha, all present grew wary of the individual. None more so than Lady Yugiri, who saw through the farce immediately. After he was exposed, the villain fled the scene with haste. Fortunately, efforts to find him have not borne fruit. Wait, Yugiri's gonna be in this one? I can't wait to see a Yugiri again. None of the residents I spoke with reported anything out of the ordinary. How do you fare? None either. I got a little bit more information on the Hien imposter, though. It seems the villain is not here. Where might he have gone? Do you think he could, like, stir up trouble with, the Namazu? Or, wait, something's going on. Huh? What are you doing here? Oh, it's our good buddy. A friend of yours? Yeah. Don't hang your head like we're strangers. We met just moments ago, remember? You asked me how to reach the House of the Fierce. I already know how to go to the House of the Fierce. Good grief, lass. You're lost, aren't you? I can understand your embarrassment. But I'll tell you the way again. Listen carefully now. You don't have to tell me. I already been there. I went there a lot, actually. Follow the descending path leading north out of the village until you see a small pond, and simply dive in and swim. The House of the Fierce will be on the other side. Could he have impersonated you this time? This doesn't bode well. We must hurry. Much obliged, sir. Except you already met us before when we came here. Back in Stormblood, you know, the funny thing is, these guys all forgot about us. Issei wouldn't have. Issei's a good friend. Issei's our buddy. Good thing they didn't try it on him. He would have seen through that one. Just how far must we swim to reach this place? I dare say my days spent in the lakes back home are about to come in handy. It's a little decent in the direction. Not like super bad. We get in tuffle with him. My friends, it's come to my attention that the Khan of Azim Steep's mighty Oranir tribe conspires in the shadows to invade Doma. We must not give them the chance. Invasion will mean all-out war. There's only one solution under the cover of darkness. We must assassinate the Khan. Only will his death cause this crisis be averted. Except the Khan is a woman. Like, something's wrong here. They grow wary. Perhaps I should observe my targets more carefully. With all due respect, these allegations must be brought before Lord Hien. It is imperative we receive his instructions before acting. That would play right into the Oranir's hand. After all, an impostor disguised as Lord Hien was but recently exposed. An Oranir spy, there can be no question. If the spy has fled, their whereabouts unknown. They could be anyone and anywhere, weaving new schemes even as we speak. Decisive action must be taken. That is why I came to you. So the impersonation of Lord Hien was part of the Oranir's grand scheme? Why would those who fought alongside us for Doma's liberation conspire to invade? Forgive me, but you do not seem yourself, Chaosfire. Something isn't right. Because I'm desperate, the shadow looms over Doma, and only with your help can I cast away its dark pall. Please, lend me your strength. Our honored friend Chaosfire risked life and limb to see Doma free. He was dressing with suspicion and doubt. If he says we must act first to prevent greater bloodshed, then we must act. It is true that he has never led us astray. Brothers and sisters, let us join hands with Chaosfire once more to drive back the shadow rising over Doma. Bastard! Well, what is the meaning of this? It's that infernal Oranir spy. Quickly, kill him before he can escape. You sound nothing like me. Your charade ends here. It's you. Such persistent vermin. I'd shoot him before he could turn into a bird. Even knock the talisman out of his hand. You're not getting away this time. Uh-oh. That poor Namazu. Oh, he's got a fish this time. Well, he doesn't have his... Are you truly the foremost hunter in your village? The problem appears to be your aim, not the bow. Ha! Pathetic. You're nothing like that other girl. What was her name? Ah, yes, Toka. She was fearsome, that one, right up to the moment I drove my blade into her back. What is this? Don't tell me you've been masquerading around as a Toka herself? After all, that would make you no better than me. Hiding behind the name of another won't erase the blame you bear for everything that happened. Okay. So, who's our bun girl? Sorry, I swear I'll explain everything to you later. For now, we should apprise these men and women of the situation. To think he can transform into anyone. A truly fearsome ability. I shall lead he into this threat immediately. Rest assured that all of Doma will be on alert. I was completely fooled. I have no words to express my shame. Upon speaking with you again, I realized that the impostor assumed your guise, but he had neither your spirit nor your grace. Forgive me. I will not fall to such a farce again. So it's now just our Al Raz that are left. Might I have a word? The man impersonating you earlier. I'd recognize his face anywhere. Without a doubt, he is Samader, a childhood friend. You know him? Please, you must tell us everything. I have known Samader nearly my entire life. We learned the shinobi arts together, you see. Roughly 25 years ago, we engaged in our first battle as Proud Ninja, defending Doma against the Empire's invasion. With every fiber in our body, we met their mighty Magitech with nimble ninjutsu. As if moved by our resolve, the mighty Auspice and Guardian of Doma, Tamamazo Gozen, appeared in the battle on the field of battle to aid our cause. Oh, that's the thing I ride. Yet our efforts were for naught. The Empire's might fell upon Doma like a hammer, and we were crushed beneath their overwhelming force. The occupation began soon thereafter, and so too did my work from the shadows. While I devoted myself to resisting the Empire in secret, Samader was conscripted into their army and forced to become an Imperial spy. I understand he served them well, fanning the flames of war in faraway lands through rumor and manipulation. Indeed, as far back as I can recall, Samader has ever excelled in the skill of subterfuge. It was only after the prisoner exchange that he returned to Doma at long last. But he was a changed man. He could find no joy or solace in the peace he at once fought to secure in our nation. Instead, he sought to disrupt it. War has taught me the truth of this world. Civility is but a facade to hide man's savagery, and I'll prove it here in dear Doma. The fool I am to think he was jesting. Only later, when I discovered the web of lies he'd spun to turn folk against one another, did I realize he meant every word. I tried to confront him, but he fled Doma before I had the chance. Nevertheless, I searched his home afterwards, discovered a missive from an organization called the Passage of the Unbound. I have it with me here. Dear illustrious Samader, we extend our deepest gratitude for your interest in joining the Passage of the Unbound. With each passing day, our secret order draws closer to its goals, and we shall require exceptional talent for what lies ahead. Bearing these needs in mind, we have decided to welcome you into the fold. To celebrate the start of an auspicious future together, we invite you to meet your colleagues in Tulial and have enclosed your ticket within. Exceptional talent? Exceptional ego is more like it. This Passage Unbound keeps a watchful eye on nations far and wide to recruit cutthroats like Samader, who only follow their own desires. On his arrival to Tyrol, Samader's ambitions guided him to my home, where he stole the Dreamweave cocoon and set out to use it for his own twisted ends. I'm afraid that appears to be the way of it. In all likelihood, it is the passage of the Unbound which alerted him to this Dreamweave cocoon's existence. Today, Samander attempted to incite war between Doma and the Atom Steep by wearing the face of our dearest ally, you. Your timely appearance prevented the worst from happening, and so long as he can alter his form and face at will, who can say what tomorrow may bring? His years as a secret operative have made him a master of reading people. Should he decide to study his targets before taking their form, I fear his schemes may not be discovered until it's already too late. Please be careful. May the Kami bless and keep you. So we now have the guy's name and his full intentions. Attempting to find Samader now would be a fruitless endeavor. It could be any bird in the sky, or any beast roaming the wild. Let's return to Kagani. I'll reveal everything to you there, I promise. Yeah, like, who the hell are you? Because apparently you're not a Toka. I'm grateful for your help today. Once again, I've let our prey slip away. The only silver lining is that we know who he is now. But more importantly, I apologize for deceiving you. As Samadar said, I'm not the greatest hunter of my home. I'm not a Toka. I am Kuiki. I hail from the same village as Itoka, and I too am a hunter, but only in name. You've seen from my aim for yourself. Yet, most shameful of all is it's my fault the Dreamweave cocoon was stolen. Normally, it is enshrined in the deepest recesses of our home. Only Itoka had leave to wield it. Forests provide shelter and sustenance to many, and not all we share its bounty with our friendly. When great beasts threaten our home, the cocoon's power may be used to protect our lives. Yet I use it for my own foolish desires. I couldn't take it anymore. I was a hunter, yet could barely catch prey large enough to feed myself. I was forced to wash clothes, prepare meals, and tune bows. Just once, I wanted to be acknowledged. I wanted to feel pride, so I used the cocoon's power to transform myself into Itoka. With her dexterity and finesse, I finally caught prey befitting a true hunter. And as I carried my prize home, he appeared. I found him collapsed in the middle of a beaten path. I never had reason to mistrust someone before, so I approached to nurse his wounds. Yet the moment I drew close, he knocked the cocoon from my grasp and struck me unconscious. He was long gone by the time I awoke. I confessed my sin to the village elder, and in her boundless grace she forgave me. But I could not forgive myself. I left home that very eve in secret to pursue the thief all the way to Kagane. After several days of fruitlessly scouring the city, who should I see but Itoka? As our most exceptional hunter, it came as no surprise the elder had charged with recovering the cocoon. Oh, she got red hair. I like her. She was astonished to see me, of course. I had told no one of my actions. I feared she would send me home. But when I expressed to her my shame, my anger, she consoled me. and told me we would find the cocoon together. I was certain we would until the day that duplicitous bastard killed her. You appeared soon after her passing. I thought, with someone as strong as you at my side, maybe, just maybe I could avenge her, so I lied. Like Samadare said, I'm no better than he is. I'm an imposter. But my desire to reclaim the cocoon is every bit as strong as Itoka's was. I'm so sorry for lying to you, Cassfire. Hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me and continue to aid me in reclaiming the Dreamweave cocoon. Thank you for telling me the truth. Of course it all helped. I had my suspicions, but had faith in you. And it's been rewarded. How could I say no? I'm gonna go with the middle one. Because, I mean, even at that, it's like, I was a little suspicious, but hey, I still trust you. So, thank you. I know with you at my side, I can keep my promise to Itoka. For now, I'll remain vigilant for any news regarding conflict in the region. Please do pay me a visit when you find a moment to spare. I'm counting on you. So I wonder if it's going to say Kyuyuki above her head now. Ah, it does. It did change. Has he gone to the Aura? Cassfire, I'm so relieved to see you. I thought you might resent me for lying to you, that you might refuse to lend me your help again. I've certainly been hard-pressed to reclaim the cocoon alone in this foreign land. I truly meant what I said before. I'm counting on you. Though I'm ashamed to admit it, when I first arrived here, I was nearly swindled out of an heirloom by a talking catfish. Oh, dear. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch out for the Namazu. Been scouring the city for a shop to pump my choker so I could secure a room and board. You see, when the catfish approached me, claiming he'd buy the necklace for a fair price, offered me a handful of coins that glittered like gold. I was about to accept the offer when Hitoka appeared. In mere moments, she discerned the catfish currency was counterfeit and ended the transaction then and there. She dragged me to the markets afterwards and found her own necklace to secure lodgings for both of us. From the moment she arrived, Itoka took care of everything. What I'm trying to say is, I can't do anything on my own. I'm reckless and impulsive, and I'm just really glad to have you by my side. Here for you, babe. When this catfish shows up, I'm going to smack him. Again. It's been some time, my friends. Pray, forgive my sudden visit, but I've come bearing urgent tidings. Ah, we spoke with you at the House of the Fierce. What brings you all this way? I was able to make contact with Samadare. I told him I was willing to make amends and join my oldest friend in exposing the lies of people's hearts. He responded most eagerly and bade me meet him in secret. Wait, really? Did he say where? Aye, Hell's Lid. I had a mind to lay an ambush for him, but not knowing the extent of the power he wields, I thought it best to seek help. So I came here to beg your aid, Cassfire. Your strength and valor are unequaled, and we cannot apprehend Samadare without you. We may never get another chance to catch him unawares like this. There's no time to lose. Wait, forgive me for speaking plain, Huntress, but I fear we would only be a hindrance in case of fire when the fighting begins. Let us go to Hell's Lid by skiff and meet him after the villain is subdued. I take your point, you're right. Without us there to distract him, Cassfire can focus wholeheartedly on the battle. Homeboy ain't right. Gonna put that one there. Sorry, would you mind going it alone? We'll be there as soon as we can. There's a problem with that guy. He's Samadare. Put it right there. Put a pin in it. Actually, I need to teleport there. In fact, So I know you go straight to the ruby price in here, because that one's way up here, and that one's way up here. And we're way down here. How do I know this? Because I've been frickin' doing crap in this zone so much before. All sorts of leveling and everything else. Learned it very well. Also doing hunts and stuff too. You really learn a region by doing hunts. And knowing where you can teleport to and not. And how close a teleport is to something. You see no sign of Samadar. Perhaps his lair is further ahead. Perhaps he tricked you. Now he's got Kuyuki. You still see no signs of Samadar, but feel an unsettling presence. Please, homies. The red Ninja Turtles have shown up. Never be a good sign. Samadar is nowhere to be found. There's naught to do but await your companion's arrival. Hey, you alright? Came as soon as, oh, is the battle over already? Where's Samadar? Is attacked, but not by Samadar. So, this was a trap. Wait, over there. Oof. Go, Kiyuki! Thank goodness, I made it. Humph, after all that time I spent in that old Kojin cell, shall convincing his underlings to attack you. My blade was mere ilms from the skin of your back, alas. Meticulous plan gone to waste. It seems I underestimated your strength, and the fell huntress's tenacity. I dare say I'm outmatched, but no common beast I might mimic can stand against you. I must contemplate your deaths with more care, more rigor. Look forward to our next meeting. Forgive me, needed to catch my breath. Samadar's friend was the villain himself. As soon as the skiff made it to the open sea, he threw me overboard. I damn near had to swim like a fish to make it here in time. Made me into a fool again. He waylaid me before using a similar ruse. By the time I figured out what was what, Itoka was already... I always wondered how a craven like Samadar was able to kill her, our greatest hunter, and now I know. I like her gloves. Nitoka felt the blade in her back and turned to see the face of her killer. She saw me. I'm glad I was able to prevent history from repeating itself. I don't want to lose you, too. We should return to Gugane. Samadera may have planted more than one trap for us here. And now back to Kagane. I feared the worst as I rushed to reach you. The moment Samadera was in sight, I charged without thinking, which, in retrospect, was probably for the best. I tried to shoot him from afar with my bow. I might have missed. Worse yet, hit you instead. In any case, I'm just relieved you're safe. I promise to be more wary from now on, particularly of familiar faces. Hardly needs saying, but remember to keep your guard up as well. For now, I'll resume my efforts to gather information about Samadera's whereabouts. You'll be the first to know once I have a lead. 98? Yep, 98. Wait a minute. Let's see what this is. Yuki seems on edge. Plus we're going to get a fruit and aloe jelly. It's probably a new crafting item. Let's see. Yep, 98 food. That bit crit. That's actually pretty good food. That's a pretty dang good one to get. It's, like, most of this is definitely not in the areas that I can collect, so I can't make it yet, but yeah. It's not level 100 food. Tacos de carne asada. 10 bit. Oh, come on. Both taco recipes are terrible. Al Pastor is 10-bit crit. And the other tacos are 10-bit debt. Oh my gosh. High bit debt, direct bit debt. Oh, there's no good level 100s. Ugh. I don't know what we're gonna do when we get up to that point. I need foods. We'll figure it out. But thank you coming along for the 94 and 96 quests, melee class quests, role quests. We'll definitely have more. We also have our YouTube videos out, and thanks everyone for coming along. And we'll see you in the next one.